The Golden State Warriors are yet again interested in another player to add to a potential small ball lineup. This time actually in Kelly Oubre. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to talk about with you guys. This time it's actually currently being reported that the Golden State Warriors are showing trade interest in Suns forward Kelly Oubre Jr. This is all being reported by Nick Friedel. I think that's how you say his name. But I actually find this to be a very interesting one because we've often seen now that the Golden State Warriors are very interested in adding a couple of these potential small ball players to the team. We've obviously heard a lot of rumors that they are actually interested in Aaron Gordon, and there could actually be mutual interest on the Warriors potentially getting Aaron Gordon to play small ball power forward, and if they were going to really have a small ball lineup, even maybe, have him at power forward and Draymond at center. We've also heard rumors that the Magic are kind of keen to move on from Gordon if they can, have Isaac as their straight up power forward now. But there's also been the fact that I believe Isaac will be out for half of next season or so, if not the whole season. I believe he's actually done a pretty serious injury. I can't quite remember what that injury was, but that may mean that Aaron Gordon actually does get to keep his spot on the Orlando Magic roster. And, for starters, they literally have a team that can, relatively stay on the mark of being like a 7th to 10th seed for a couple of years. So that's probably not the best spot you want to be in. But again, it's a very interesting circumstance that they're under. While when it comes to the Phoenix Suns, they just have a really weird, management, and they always have. Like, I'll give it to them. They've actually stuck with their most recent GM, which I believe is actually James Jones, which is, again, not exactly the worst thing that they've decided to finally stick with a GM, considering, again, when you rotate through GM so much, it does become a little bit of a huge issue. And again, I believe it is James Jones. He has made a couple of mistakes. He's also made some pretty, good kind of moves. For example, bringing in Kelly Oubre, I believe, was a good move. He's done a couple others here and there as well. But, trading away TJ Warren for cash considerations is just absolutely insane to me. Like, even though TJ Warren wasn't absolutely bowling out for the Suns, he was still a decent role player. Now look what he's been able to do with the Pacers. It just shows that you don't always want to give up too early on certain players. And considering Kelly Oubre has been improving more and more as the seasons go by, you wouldn't think that they would want to, kind of ditch the idea of having Kelly Oubre on the roster unless they were, potentially offered a, that pick number 2 or something like that, which again, I don't believe the Golden State Warriors would be looking to do. Like, again, the Warriors are going to be looking to try and trade for a star with that pick or just do something else with it. They're not going to go out and trade for Kelly Oubre Jr., you would think, with that pick. But again, to say Kelly Oubre Jr. is just barely, he's about to turn 25. The guy's averaging 18.7 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 34 minutes per game on 35% from 3. He is definitely improving as a player, and again, eventually, he could be on one of those players that averages like 19 a season and could be a 3rd or 4th option and just be a decent player for a bunch of teams. So I feel like if the Golden State Warriors would be able to trade for him, it would be a decent idea. But he doesn't really fit in with how the Warriors go about it. Like, I mean, if I was to think of them going out to get a small ball type of player, I would think they'd go out and get a player like Aaron Gordon. I wouldn't think they'd go and, get a player like Kelly Oubre, who mainly plays a small forward position. Gordon can play small forward, he can play power forward, and again, you wouldn't want to play him at center, but with how the NBA is going real small ball, you could definitely see him rotating at center with Draymond Green or something in the lineup as well. So it does become one of those situations on a player like Aaron Gordon may not be potentially as good as Kelly Oubre. Look, they're pretty similar, like, in skill-wise. I feel like they're both, like, kind of at the same type of aspect. I don't really know which one's better. At the moment, like, I would have said Aaron Gordon, but Aaron Gordon's just so consistent now that I've literally got no clue who would be the better player out of the two. But honestly, Gordon's just so much more versatile, and he's playing a position that he's not natural to playing. Like, he is a power forward, and he's playing small forward, and he is still doing relatively decent at it. So again, it just shows his flexibility that he can play small forward and power forward. But again, you just wouldn't like to see him at that small forward position. So I honestly believe the Golden State Warriors would look to try and trade for Aaron Gordon more. But if they did want to move on from the number 2, like they couldn't get a star or something, I could see the Suns, inquiring about it. What it could be is maybe Kelly Oubre, Aaron Baines, and a second round pick or something for that number 2 pick. I could definitely see something like that happening. The Warriors may be interested in Aaron Baines just based on the fact that he can definitely space out the floor and would be a very nice center to get in. Aaron Baines is only 208 centimeters, 6'9". He's not even the tallest player, so again, he would be a really nice play for them to actually get on center. So I could definitely see that, maybe happening here and there as well. And honestly, that would be a good deal. Let's just say the Warriors do trade away that pick too. Now they could have potentially their new starting small forward, especially if they do trade away Andrew Wiggins and whatever. But if they don't, they could just bring him off the bench maybe, or however that's going to work. Baines would probably start at center, and they would get a second round pick that they could maybe use as like a trade piece or something like that as well. While the Phoenix Suns can get another top 10 pick, add, to a build on with D'Angelo Russell, and they could, or with Devin Booker rather, and they could, maybe use that for bait to try and trade for other players. I feel like that'd be a very interesting idea. If you were Devin Booker right now and the Suns got the number 2 pick, you would kind of feel like in a very good situation, because yes, you just lost Aaron Baines and potentially Kelly Oubre, but you've just cleared up $20 million on cap. There's rumors they want to go out and get Blake Griffin, and considering Blake Griffin's been healthy for a long time, I definitely could feel like he could be a nice second star. Then you bring in that number 2 pick. You could go out and draft a LaMelo Ball to be your future point guard. And then in the next couple of years, you could be looking at a lineup of like LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, whoever they get at small forward or whatever, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Ayton, etc. Whoever knows what's going to happen. Mikal Bridges could be their small forward. It would be a very interesting team to maybe see how that could happen. But again, I don't think they should make the move to trade Oubre to the Warriors. I don't think the Warriors should trade for him. I feel like the Warriors should definitely go after other players like Aaron Gordon. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Again, don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Do you guys think the Golden State Warriors should trade for Kelly Oubre? Do you guys think they shouldn't? Again, I definitely would really like to know all of your thoughts and opinions on this down below. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channel. Don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.